The second Sunday of Easter is oftentimes referred to as Doubting Thomas Sunday, and we get that name from this reading from the Gospel of John about Thomas and his encounter with the risen Lord. Thomas, for whatever reason, had missed Jesus' first appearance to the disciples, and so when the disciples come back to him and say, "We have seen the Lord," Thomas goes, "Wait a second, I'm not ready to buy into that. I have to see him and to see the marks in his hands and in his sides." So later on in that upper room with the doors locked, Jesus does appear while Thomas is there. The doubt that Thomas has after the resurrection is in pretty strong contrast to the Thomas that we got a few weeks ago in the story of the raising of Lazarus. In that scene, Thomas is so certain about who Jesus is that when Jesus says, "I'm going to go back towards Jerusalem," and the other disciples say, "Hold on, they're trying to kill you there," Thomas says confidently, "We should go with him so that we may die with him." Now, after the resurrection, having not encountered Jesus in that new way, Thomas is left with questions and left with doubts. To me, what is so intriguing about this story isn't the fact that Thomas had doubts, but is how Jesus responded to those doubts. Jesus appears there and says, "Peace be with you," and offers up his hands and the wounds on his side for Thomas to touch and to believe. Jesus doesn't tell Thomas, "You must touch and be absolutely certain about the resurrection and what has happened," but just believe. And to me, that's the greatest message of this. Even now, we who have not seen, who Jesus says those that believe and have not seen are blessed. So we who have not seen now that still believe don't have to let go of all of our questions and doubts. We don't have to be troubled if we have them, because Jesus meets us there and says, you don't have to be certain, you just have to believe.